What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing? This is Play by Play with JJ. Hopefully, you're all having yourselves a great night. We got a late one out here in the West Coast as the Sixers will be taking on the Phoenix Suns. We got the hat backwards tonight. It's just that type of a vibe. You know what I'm saying? We were coming off of a back-to-back. We are coming off of a back-to-back, and it was a tough one last night. No James Harden again tonight. Embiid is back out there. But I think that tonight we gotta clamp down on defense, and really have to try to attack the zone. That's really going to be something that I can't stress enough. Just from somebody that's been watching this team time in and time out, night in and night out. I probably should mention, they don't necessarily always keep their foot on the gas pedal, especially like when it comes to taking over like in that third quarter. That's really like where they struggle. And last night, it was just really about closing out the fourth quarter, and Steph Curry just got hot at the right time. And Jordan Poole obviously played really well too. So, all right, so let's see what you guys have to say about this one. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I mean, I got a little bit of an energy boost over here, and man, it's gonna be fun. No, just show the game. Bye. Oh, man. Oh, dude. I can't show the game, my guy. I can't do that. I come on here to broadcast, first of all, and second of all, I can't show the game because that's just what I can't do. So anyhow, but I hope all is well. Hopefully you guys are having yourselves a great night. We got a big one out here in Phoenix. Chris Paul and Devin Booker, they've been playing pretty well as of lately. And hopefully they can try to bounce back in this game, the Sixers that is, and come out victorious. The one other thing I wanted to kind of talk about too is Tobias Harris, because last night I thought that he had a really good first half, and in that fourth quarter, you started to see spurts of him trying to take over, and he did he had a run like where he had a couple of points. He had a big time shot where Draymond was contesting him, and he made a two right in his face. And I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of that take over Tobias Harris, and I didn't really see that a lot last night, especially when one of your main closers, James Harden's, out. Embiid did everything he possibly could, and I just kind of wish that somebody towards the end, whether it was Maxey or Tobias Harris, would step up and try to make it more of a closer game, like down towards the wire, if that makes any sort of sense. So, got some March Madness too. Yeah, man, this is a test tonight. I think that this is a big test because we only have like 9 games left or something like that, and we play against Denver on Monday, which is obviously another big game. But how do you bounce back after last night's loss? Last night was a tough loss. You were going up against a dynasty that has been, really good over the last, however many years, that still has that core intact. So how do you come back after that loss the night after that? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Starting lineups are just out now. So for the Phoenix Suns, it'll be Josh Okogie, Torrey Craig, Bismack Biyombo, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul. And for the Sixers, Tobias Harris, P.J. Tucker, Joel Embiid, D'Anthony Melton, and Tyrese Maxey, all out there for the Sixers. So once again, for the Suns, it's Okogie, Craig, Biyombo, Booker, and Paul. No DeAndre Ayton and no KD tonight. And for the Sixers, they're without James Harden. Jalen McDaniels is back, though, but it's Harris, Tucker, Embiid, Melton, and Maxey. So the Phoenix Suns are in their purple and white uniforms, with the yellow gold star over around the basketball logo. And for the Sixers, they're in their white and blue uniforms, blue numbers on the outside. Embiid will be tipping things off against Bismack Biyombo. 2 7-footers going at it. And the jump ball is up. Embiid tips it, but it goes into the hands of Okogie. So he's able to get that one, and Sixers do lose the tip-off. So Biyombo will hand it off to Chris Paul, CP3, who has had himself a phenomenal career. with the New Orleans Pelicans, the LA Clippers, the Houston Rockets, and the Phoenix Suns. And even Oklahoma City Thunder, he was doing really well. Tucker gets the block on Okaji, and Biyombo tried to go back up with it, and Embiid was there for the rebound. So here's Tyrese Maxey, who's bringing up the ball. He did not have himself a good game last night for the Sixers. Even though he did have 21 points down the stretch, he didn't have the best sort of play, and he wasn't making his shots, and he throws the ball out of bounds as it was supposed to go to Tobias Harris. So the first turnover on the first possession by Philadelphia. We're just about a minute underway. Booker with a step-back jumper. It gets blocked by D'Anthony Melton, and that jumper is good that time as the offensive rebound ended up going to Biyombo. Alrighty. Sixers now with the ball. It's Embiid. Back to Tobias Harris. Harris will find Embiid again, who's standing towards the foul line extended. Harris on the far corner goes up with a shot, and that's a little bit off the mark. Tucker with the offensive rebound and spinning and hitting the layup. So a nice play by P.J. Tucker to grab the offensive board and put it back in for two. Okaji inside, and there's a shot that goes up by Craig, and it's just off the mark. Tucker with the rebound. Outlet pass to Melton. One more to Maxey on the far wing, and he knocks down the tray. 5-2, Sixers up as they have scored the last 5 points. 10 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Chris Paul gets the ball kicked, and it's a kickball violation over there. So as I was mentioning, CP3 having himself a really good career with the Phoenix Suns, with the Oklahoma City Thunder, the LA Clippers. He was a part of Doc Rivers' coaching staff, and he's been arguably one of the all-time great point guards in the NBA. Paul passes it to Biyombo, and that's exactly why, because when you're able to get a good facilitator that just knows his spots and knows how to get right over to them and put everybody else in a good position, that's exactly what happens. 5-4, Embiid spinning, fading, and not being able to knock that one down from the foul line. Booker is there for the miss and the rebound. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sixers lead 5-4. Booker takes it down the lane. It's a little strong. The putback is a little strong too. Biyombo comes up with a rebound, loses the basketball, and gets fouled by D'Anthony Melton. Bismack Biyombo is now 32 years old. He's been all around and has had himself a pretty good career this season. He's only averaging about 3.8 points per game before rebounds, but he's been stepping up for DeAndre Ayton for sure. What's going on, LT? How we doing, man? Biyombo's first foul shot is no good. He ends up missing it. And the second one is just about ready to get under its way. And it does, and he knocks it down. So we're tied up at 5 apiece. Hawks did win today's game against Indiana by a score of 143-130. How about the Brooklyn Nets beating the Miami Heat so far, 122-95? And how about a layup that was just hit for the Sixers as Tyrese Maxey was able to go in with a floater? 7-5. Sixers do lead by 2. 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. I have no idea why he was so mad on Facebook. 7-5, a 3 goes up, and it's good. Booker will head on over. They're actually going to call it a 2. It was just within the 3-point mark, and Melton does get called for the foul. So Booker will try to go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. They're going to say that his foot was just on the 3-point arc, as it was his left foot. He was coming off of a screen, but I'm sure that they're going to review that. Booker for the lead. Yes. Yeah, I have no idea why he was mad. I don't care. 8-7, Phoenix up by 1. 8:52 left to go. Maxey on the drive. He's dribbling past Devin Booker. Hands it off to Embiid on the foul line extended. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid taken down. Bismack Biyombo passes it out to Maxey for a corner 3. Yes! Tyrese Maxey with 8 of the 10 points by Philadelphia so far. 8.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Paul stopping on a dime, taking an elbow jumper over Joel Embiid. It goes in and out, and Embiid is there for the rebound. Embiid to Melton on the near wing. Melton draws up a couple of defenders, kicks it out to Embiid for 3. In and out it goes. Tucker trying to grab the offensive rebound and doing a good job at trying to bounce it off of Torrey Craig. And I do believe that it'll be Sixers basketball. And it will be. So Tucker was going out of bounds on the near sideline, and Torrey Craig was just over there, and Tucker making the smart veteran move, the savvy move that is. So Maxey will be the inbounder. Jalen McDaniels is coming into the ballgame for DeAnthony Melton. So McDaniels back in the bench lineup for the Sixers. Maxey stopping on a dime, passing it to Embiid. Embiid takes it inside the lane. 6 seconds left on the shot clock, and a foul will be called against Bismack Biyombo. So Biyombo does get called for the personal foul. 8:06 left to go here in the first quarter. In case you're just tuning into my channel, this is Play by Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a great night. Harris on the wing for a 2. In and out it goes, and Biyombo is there for the board. Booker on the near wing, finding CP3. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Chris Paul to Craig. One more to Okaji for the lead. No. Just a little bit off the mark. And Maxey's there for the board. 7:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Sixers up by 2. Maxey has been red hot. He'll hand it off to Harris. Harris will then hand it off to Embiid. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid with the triple team. Foul line jumper. No. And Paul is there to grab his miss. Sixers shooting 4 for 9 from the field, and a foul is called on P.J. Tucker at the top of the key. 7:21 left to go here in the first quarter. That's the Sixers' third foul here in this first quarter so far, and we're not even halfway done. Nowhere near halfway done with this first quarter. Other scores around the league, you got Milwaukee taking on the Denver Nuggets. They're up 66-63 at halftime. And that's supposed to be a really good game. Also, Sacramento taking on the Jazz at 16-10 with 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Jump shot goes up by Devin Booker, and it's airballed, and it goes out of bounds. 7:10 left to go here in the first quarter, and the Sixers do lead by 2. There's Monty Williams, the former 76ers, one of the former coaches on the bench. Now is the coach for the Phoenix Suns over his last 3 to 4 seasons. Embiid on the far wing, drawing up the double team. Trying to pass it out. 1 second to go on the clock, and it goes out of bounds, but they're going to call a shot clock violation on Joel Embiid and the Sixers. So Booker tried to save it as it went out of bounds, and the Suns call a timeout, and the Sixers will be back in just a little bit as they lead 10-8 with 6:49 left to go in the first quarter. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I don't know, man. Some people are just trolls. It is what it is. Doesn't really bother me. I can't show the game, man. That's just what it comes down to. Can't show the game, and I'm trying to also work on my play-by-play call too. So my radio play-by-play call. But for those of you that do enjoy my content, for those of you that actually really enjoy play-by-play with JJ, and you like my 76ers play-by-play calls, make sure that you make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. And we'll be going live on Monday. Monday we got a busy day because I'm going to be calling my final volleyball game for Atlantic Cape. And that'll be at 6 o'clock. And then I'm going to come home. And we got Sixers and Nuggets at 9:30. So I will be back in plenty of time to do the full game. I know that over the last 2 Mondays it was a little bit rough. And I came back. I was deciding, do I go on for the fourth quarter of the last one? When they played against the Bulls, and I did, and of course it goes into double overtime because that's what happens. JJ always has to be on for an hour, even if he expects to be on for just 25 minutes to call a game. No, it has to be extended, and it has to be an hour because that's just how it goes, man. It's how it goes. But I love it. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything. I just think that that's kind of funny. Yeah, so we're going on with the hat backwards tonight. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you're a backwards hat type of a person, or if you like, I know that some people like the Will Smith, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, with the hat to the side. I kind of liked that. Allen Iverson, I believe, was kind of like that as well. And I used to, and not I believe, I know he was like that. But are you a backwards hat type of a person, or do you just like the hat has to be forward like all the time, like the bottom of the cap has to face the front? Because I kind of like both. I'm not gonna lie, I just do. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments section. All right, 6:49 left in the first quarter. Sixers are up by 2. They lost in last night's game against the Golden State Warriors, and they're trying to bounce back in tonight's game. Meanwhile, for the Phoenix Suns, the Suns are coming off of a loss against the Sacramento Kings last night. They lost 135 to 127, and the crazy thing is that everybody in their starting lineup, the Sacramento Kings that is, all scored in double figures, including Domantas Sabonis, who had 27 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds. And then Harrison Barnes, the former Golden State Warrior, with 23 points. And Kevin Huerter, he was shooting really well from beyond the arc. He was shooting 50% from 3, 6 for 12. Maxey with 8 of the 10 points by Philadelphia so far. Booker works around the screen, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Booker gets the ball back from Biyombo. A pump fake and a pull-up jumper, too short. Embiid comes up with the rebound as he boxed out Bismack Biyombo. And he will just hand it off to Maxey, who gets right past the half-court logo. 10 points for the Sixers so far. Maxey with the alley-oop pass to McDaniels, and man, Maxey was looking for a foul call because he thought that Jalen McDaniels was fouled, but Jalen was saying, my bad, bro. No, that was totally on me. Didn't even look like there was a grab at the jersey, and McDaniels just could not get a handle of the rock. And now a little bit of sloppy basketball on the other end as Okaji wasn't there for the pass by Chris Paul. He was on the far wing, and Paul was on the near wing and tried to just pass it right across from side to side, and Okaji just was not there. So some miscommunication by both teams. Embiid will hand it off to Maxey. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Less than 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Maxey with 8 seconds on the shot clock. He takes it in the lane, kicks it out to McDaniels on the near corner, who takes it right back in the lane. Drop off pass to Embiid, and Embiid gets fouled. He was shooting a layup, and he ended up missing it. And there will be a shooting foul on Torrey Craig, so that'll send Embiid back to the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. And we know he's been absolutely dominant this season at the foul line, shooting 86% and averaging about 12 free throw attempts per game, which does lead the league. You don't want to foul him too much because he can make a lot of the foul shots, and not a lot of centers all-time wise could end up doing that. So Embiid with the first foul shot, he puts it up and knocks it down. And that's his 3rd point on the day. So George Niang does come in for PJ Tucker, and Shake Milton will enter in for Tyrese Maxey. TJ Warren will sub in for the Phoenix Suns, and Torrey Craig will take a seat on the bench. Excuse me. Dario Saric also on this team. The former Philadelphia 76er sitting over on the bench, and the foul shot by Embiid, the second one that is good. So the Sixers are up 12-8. 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Paul back to Landry Shamet, another former 76er from Wichita State. He lets it fly and can't get the friendly bounce. McDaniels utilizing his athleticism to jump up for the rebound. A bounce pass inside to Tobias Harris. Harris being guarded by his former teammate Landry Shamet, and Shamet bites for the shooting foul. The ball was stripped. And are they going to overturn that? Yeah, no, they're let's see, man. Yeah, it was a foul, but they're going to say it was a foul on the floor. So Biyombo comes up with the rebound after a missed layup by Shake Milton. Sorry about the confusion. And Paul will now stand at the logo. Here's Shamet for a triple. Off the mark. And a long offensive rebound by Chris Paul on the far wing. He pulls up with a corner three and nails it in Joel Embiid's face. And the Suns are back down by 1 with 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Chris Paul, a great three-point shooter all-time wise. Embiid drawing the double team. Back out to Harris. Harris gives it back up to Embiid, who certainly wants the ball, and Biyombo gets a piece of it. Embiid tries to save it, and it's intercepted by Landry Shamet. Shamet off to the races, in the lane with a layup, no, and Harris is there for the rebound. Harris with an outlet pass to Embiid, and Embiid gets the ball loose as Chris Paul knocks it away. So the Sixers will still get the ball back. Chris Paul and Joel Embiid still talking a little bit of trash to each other. That was a great play by CP3 to just strip that one away. It's considered to be a block. And Milton will inbound it to Jalen McDaniels on the far corner. A bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid to McDaniels at the top of the key for three. No. And George Niang wasn't looking. He could have maybe tried to get an offensive rebound there, but Chris Paul gets it. Booker trying to pass it to a teammate, and he finds Chris Paul. Paul back to Booker, who pulls up with a jumper, and he's fouled by McDaniels in the act of shooting. 3 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. That's McDaniels' first foul on the day. Again, Jalen McDaniels acquired from the trade deadline to the 76ers. One of their acquisitions, and obviously Kevin Durant getting traded to the Phoenix Suns as the Suns sent away Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and a couple of their other bench pieces that were doing pretty well for them, but they obviously still do have depth with Campaign and Dario Saric and Okaji, who's been pretty much starting now in their lineup. Booker with 6 points. He makes the first foul shot, and the second one is up, and it's in as well. So Phoenix retakes the lead. Shake Milton to Niang. Niang will end up handing it off to Embiid, and Embiid tried to find George Niang, and the ball was tipped, and it went right out of bounds. There's Jock Landau, who comes in. He's the backup center from St. Mary's. 27 years old, standing at 6'11". We do have another substitution, too, as Terrence Ross, who had 32 points in his last game. Well, he steps right in. Milton takes it to the cup, loses his dribble, kicks it back out to Tucker for a three, and that's exactly why offensive rebounds are huge. When P.J. Tucker is able to make a wide-open shot and the Sixers get another opportunity, they're able to cash in, and they retake the lead 15-3. Or 15-13. Sorry about that. Oh, my gosh. I really messed that up. Whatever. All right, Chris Paul to Okaji for three. Again, Terrence Ross is able to knock that one down. So Ross has been turning back the clock. It's 16-15. And the Suns are on a pendulum swing. George Niang in the lane with a handoff pass to Embiid and a foul. Joel Embiid initiating the contact by Terrence Ross, and he'll go to the line for another free throw. How about the drop-off pass by George Niang? Just the awareness of where Joel was, right inside the baseline, underneath the net, and Embiid just had to lay it up and in for two, and he got it. So it's 18-16 Philadelphia as Embiid knocks down the foul shot and converts on the three-point opportunity. Campaign comes in for Chris Paul. So the bench unit is pretty much out there for Phoenix. Devin Booker, though, still out there as the only starter. Booker back outside to Campaign. Payne takes it in the lane, goes up with a floater with the left hand, and it's good. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Sixers looking to go back out in front. Embiid on the far wing, kicks it out to Niang. Niang is at the top of the key. It's back to Embiid. Embiid spinning, moving, and taking the basketball with the right hand to the basket for a layup. I mean, a center is just not supposed to be able to do that. Booker taking it in the lane, trying to initiate the contact, and he's able to make the layup. And we're back to an even ball game at 20 apiece. Embiid in the lane, going up with the contact again, and he somehow makes it, and the whistles remain silent. 22-20. Booker off to the races, making the layup on his own, and Joel Embiid and Devin Booker are going at it against each other. Niang, a catch-and-shoot triple. Off the mark, Devin Booker is able to grab another rebound. 1:45 left to go. Booker being guarded by Tucker. He takes it in the lane, spinning and initiating the contact, and a blocking foul is called on George Niang. In the act of shooting, and it's still 22-22. Both teams are in the bonus here in the first quarter with 1:44 left to play. And a timeout is called by the 76ers. They will be back in just a few moments. We have a tie ball game, and Devin Booker will go to the line for 2 foul shots. Alrighty, let me take a quick sip of water. Lots of energy. It's good. So if you just got a new subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate all the love and the support, man. It really means a lot. If you're new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. You can call me JJ. You can call me Jason. You can call me anything, anything that you want, except late to dinner. That's what I was gonna say. Can't call me late to dinner. All right, Sixers. They're up by it. Well, they're currently tied now. Sorry, I was looking at their last game that they played. They won 100-88 against the Phoenix Suns. That was back on November 7th, and they played really well that day. But and so far, so good for Philadelphia. They come in with poise, a little bit hungry after last night's loss. And so far, they're doing a really good job at keeping up with the pace that's set by Phoenix. But now they have to set the tone throughout the rest of this first quarter with 1:44 left to play. And obviously in the second quarter, too. So can they try to overcome the Phoenix offense and, get the shots off that they want to? That's the question that I have for you guys. Excuse me. Yeah, man. No, we're enjoying our time on here. We've been going at this for 4 months, and has it been 4 months? It's been almost 4 months, yeah. It's been almost 4 months, and really enjoying every Sixers game that we've been doing. We also do Phillies games. We'll be doing them starting next week as the regular season is coming its way. And we also will be doing some more Patriots games once the season starts. And we'll be doing a little bit of Flyers talk as well. We have to do a Patriots podcast. It's been a long time, and I don't know what I've been waiting for. I do want to actually get somebody to come on and talk about the Pats with me, the combine and the draft and all that sort of stuff. But if you like Patriots content, if you also enjoy my Sixers and my Phillies content, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching me on Facebook Live, make sure that you give me a good review or a bad review if you don't like my content. Any sort of criticism is fine. So we're coming back into the game now, and the Sixers are tied 22-22. I guess Devin Booker was down on the hardwood for a little bit of time. But he's back up, and he's going to the line. Booker's foul shot for the lead for Phoenix is good. So he's 3 for 3 from the line. Both teams in the bonus, 23-22. Paul Reed comes in for Joel Embiid with 1:44 left to go. Booker with 12 points so far. And now make it 13 as the Phoenix Suns go up by 2, and Booker cashes in on both foul shots. Shake Milton stopping on a dime. Standing at the top of the key. Bounce pass to George Niang, who's at the foul line extended. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Milton with the ball again. A screen comes. He decides to use it. Kick out pass to McDaniels from the near corner for a triple. It's wide right. And Biyombo is there for the rebound. Booker for the Phoenix Suns initiating the traffic right at the logo. A screen comes. Booker decides to use it. And now he wants to ISO on Paul Reed. Takes it in the lane. Nice kick out. And a three-pointer is up. And it just misses. And it goes out of bounds. So the Sixers will get the ball back. Craig went up with a 3. And he missed it from beyond the arc. Tyrese Maxey will come back in with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the first quarter as Shake Milton will take a seat. And my mistake, it was Terrence Ross that ended up missing the three-point shot, not Torrey Craig. So I stand corrected. Maxey gets the inbound from George Niang. He dribbles past half court, passing the Toyota sign. Now takes it in the lane, kicks it back out for a three-pointer that's up, and that's no good by McDaniels. So a rebound will go to Terrence Ross. Ross back to Devin Booker. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sixers are losing by 2. Booker takes it in the lane. The ball gets blocked and intercepted by George Niang. McDaniels got a piece of it. Maxey inside to McDaniels. McDaniels with a pass to Paul Reed, and Reed went up with a really weird layup. It was like a circus type of a layup, and Reed ended up getting fouled. I don't know why this isn't updating. So Reed gets the offensive rebound. It was Jock Landale that ended up blocking Jalen McDaniels' 6-foot jumper. So Reed will go to the line for 2, and the first foul shot is up, and he knocks it down. Sixers trail by 1. Paul Reed, not necessarily the greatest free throw shooter, but on the season he is shooting 58% from the field, averaging about 3.5 points per game, and he hits both foul shots. And we're back to a tie game at 24 apiece. 27.5 seconds left here in the first quarter. 3 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Ross with the ball handle. He's being guarded by Maxey as he still stands at the loco. 15 seconds left on the game clock. A screen comes, and a bounce pass inside. It goes all the way back outside to Craig, and a jumper is up, and it's good by T.J. Warren. 26-24, 7 seconds left, and the shot clock's unplugged. Maxey from the Toyota sign, taking it in the lane, now takes it from the far corner, puts up a 3. No, it's off the mark, and Payne is there for the rebound, and that'll do it here in the first quarter. So the Sixers are down by 2, 26-24, 50 total points scored combined between both of these teams. Can the Sixers make another punch? We'll have to see. Alrighty. Oh, man, we got another subscriber. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. It really means a lot to me. You know, oh, man, I'm sorry. Let me try to fix this little graphic here. I didn't realize that it was a little bit cut off. See, the thing I don't like about this is, like, when I do the windows, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, like, when I make these windows, it just, like, cuts it off, you know what I'm saying? And it's a little bit odd, but all right. Oh, we got another sub too. Thank you. Thanks, man. No, I don't have to keep saying thank you every time, but seriously, like, it does mean a lot to me. Oh, another one. Crazy. So in case you're all new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're going on with the hat backwards tonight because it's just that type of a vibe. We got some West Coast basketball. We do 76ers games, cover pretty much every single one of them. We're also going to be doing Phillies games, play-by-play for pretty much most of them, even though it's under 62 games. We're not going to be doing all 162. There's going to be some that I'm going to have to miss, but I'm going to try to make as many as possible, and we'll be calling those games. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I called Rowan baseball games. I went to Rowan University. I also got a chance to call Delaware Bluecoats games, who were the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers while I was at Rowan. And I also did games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the minor league affiliate of the Washington Nationals, the high A affiliate, that is. So, and, I interned at NFL Films, and I've been, like, wanting to do this, you know. It's been really tough to just find freelancing jobs, like, in the field of broadcasting, and I figured, like, this is such a great way to just build my brand and to also just come on here and give people some play-by-play, have an audience, and just call games that I love. You know, it's been really awesome so far, and I am really appreciating this process. So, all right. But yeah, I hope all is well. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the comments section, man, because I want to hear your thoughts, and I'll be sure to talk about that too, like during the timeouts and all that sort of stuff, and during downtime. So let me know. All right, so Sixers start off the second quarter. It's Tyrese Maxey, George Niang, Shake Milton, Tobias Harris, and Paul Reed out there for Philadelphia. Maxey takes it in the lane, goes up with the right hand, kisses it off the backboard, and we're back to a tie game. Tyrese Maxey with 10 points in this game so far. 11:37 left to go here in the second quarter. Cam Payne with the basketball, being guarded by Tobias Harris. Payne on the near corner for a three by Terrence Ross, and he misses it. But TJ Warren is able to make a three-pointer himself from 24 feet deep. Harris on the low block, taking on Okaji. Goes up with a jumper, and it's good. 29-28, and the Sixers are down by 1. Payne to Ross. He lets it fly. It's a little too strong, and Reed is there for the board. Maxey gets the ball past half court. He's taking it in the lane. It dribbles right off with the foot, and Maxey, they're going to actually say that Maxey touched it last, and it wasn't Cam Payne. Wow. It's a really weird call. But nonetheless, the Sixers do get another turnover. That's actually Maxey's second turnover. Ish Wainwright comes in for Jock Landale as the substitution for the backup center. So Wainwright comes in. He's been a part of their third rotation for the Phoenix Suns, but he's getting more playing time because DeAndre Ayton's not out there. Ross with a pull-up jumper, and he gets it to go, and TJ Warren gets an assist. And Phoenix leads by 3. So Terrence Ross picking up where he left off last night. He has been sensational over the last couple of games. Maxey trying to get past half court, and the Sixers get another turnover as he couldn't get past half court in time. So not the best possession by the Sixers, but good defense by the Suns. That's 6 turnovers by Philadelphia. Only 2 for the Suns. Payne with a handoff pass. Goes all the way to the top of the key. Wainwright sets up a screen. Payne to Okaji for 3. It's up, or Ross that is, and he gets it to go. Terrence Ross knocking down the tray from the near wing, and Doc calls another timeout for the Sixers as they trail by 6. Sorry about that. I don't know why, I'm mixing up Cam Payne and Terrence Ross like that. I can't be doing that, man. I can't be doing that. I don't know why that's been happening tonight, but hopefully that does not continue because, that's what practice is for, but, I can't be messing that up during a broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Can't be doing that. Oh, man. What do you guys think about this game so far? Do you guys think it's, you guys think that it's a little bit one-sided? Do you think that the Sixers could be playing better defense? Do you think that, I don't know, you think that the Sixers have to win this game? Because I think it would be really nice for them to win and have a bounce-back win from last night's game, but I also, at the same time, feel like I want them to be healthy for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see a healthy James Harden and a healthy Joel Embiid make it to the finish line. That's all I ask for. That's it. Yes, there's things I can take away from these wins, as a fan, but I just want to see them get there. How about you guys? What's your opinion about that? Hold that thought. I'm going to take a sip of water. And by sip, I might, chug. There we go. Okay. Also, for those of you that just joined not too long ago, I wanted to ask you guys, are you a hat backwards type of a person, or do you like it forward, or are you a side hat type of a guy, with the cap, with the baseball cap? How do you wear your hats? Because I like the hat backwards, and I also like the baseball cap forward. I think that's cool. I'm not really much of a flat a type of a person, a flat tap type of a guy, but if I wear it on backwards, that's cool. The one Sixers hat that I do have that's, that has a flat rim to it, that's a nice one. But I'm not really much of a flat rim type of a guy. Neither is my dad. All right. All right, let's update this. Sixers are shooting 42% from the field so far, while the Suns are shooting 36%. That does not look right. Yeah, we have to update that. All right, they're shooting 41%, and the Suns are now shooting 42.5% from the field. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. All right, Harris on the far corner. Gets the ball, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Harris backing down his defender. Wainwright, he goes up with a turnaround jumper, and it bounces twice. I just burped in the air, and the ball goes out of bounds. 9 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the second quarter. And Okaji will get the inbound now for the Phoenix Suns. Nine minutes and 38 seconds left here in the second quarter. A drop-off pass inside to Wainwright, and Paul Reed gets called for the foul. It's only his first foul on the day so far. We do have a final score as the Brooklyn Nets beat the Miami Heat 129-100. And hey, I mean, the Denver Nuggets have come back, and now they're beating the Milwaukee Bucks 94-83. So the Sixers, if they could get a little bit of help from Denver tonight, that would be really nice. Wainwright makes the first foul shot as he goes up with it, and it's good. And the second one is good as well. So that gives the Suns an 8-point lead. They're up 36-28. With 9.5 minutes left here in the second quarter, a 7-0 run by Phoenix. Can the Sixers try to respond? 9:25 left to go. Maxey on the near wing with a pump fake. Now takes it in the lane, and it's good for an underhanded layup. Tyrese Maxey, about 6 feet away from the basket, goes with the underhanded finish, and he is able to get it to go. And Milton comes up with the assist. Nice pass inside to Wainwright, and how about that play by Josh Okaji? I mean, he's just been... The ball handling has been something that really hasn't gone so noticed, and it's been kind of underrated, or an underrated part of his game. 38-30, Harris has to give it up to Maxey as he was trapped in the far corner. Maxey from the far wing from downtown. Nothing but net for Tyrese Maxey. The Sixers trail by 5. That's now 15 points for Tyrese. 8.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Spinning and taking it in the lane and going up with a layup is good by TJ Warren. That was not an easy finish at all whatsoever, as George Niang played really good defense on him. 40-33, Sixers down by 7. Harris on the far wing, back to Maxey again. Maxey with a no-look pass to George Niang, who didn't even anticipate the pass, but he comes into the lane and he can't make the layup. The rebound goes to Payne. Inside, as he tried to pass it outside to Okaji, and Maxey's there to intercept it. Milton gets fouled as a blocking foul will be called on Josh Okaji. So 8 minutes in exchange left to go in the first half. Melton comes back into the ball game as he will sub in for George Niang. Niang has been pretty much ice cold throughout these last handful of games for the Sixers. Played in about 22 minutes in the last game and only scored 3 points. Maxey on the far wing again. Kicks it out to Milton. Milton back to Maxey, who lets it fly from the same spot, and that time it is off the mark. Okaji there for the board. Okaji on the other end, passing it and giving it up to that time for a 2, and that's no good. Maxey with 7:29 left to go here in the second quarter. Inside pass to Milton, and Milton somehow, someway gets a layup. And he'll go to the line for one more. Man, that was a circus shot of a layup. A great find by Tyrese Maxey. Milton was on the far wing and took on TJ Warren and Wainwright, and Wainwright gets called for the foul. And as he was spinning in midair, he went up with a layup with his right hand, and he made it. So he will go to the line for one more. CP3 comes back into the ballgame for TJ Warren, and Bismack Biyombo will sub in for campaign for the Sixers. Embiid will come back in, and Paul Reed will now take a seat. Milton going to the line for a 3-point conversion, and he gets it. Sixers down by 2 possessions. 40-36, Phoenix up by 4. Maxey almost coming up with a steal as Biyombo almost got the ball intercepted. A three-pointer is up by Okaji, and Maxey is there for the defensive rebound. Sixers could capitalize on here. Maxey to Harris on the near wing. Harris back to Maxey again. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. A screen comes by Embiid. Maxey from the far corner off the dribble. It's good. Nothing but net for Maxey again. 18 points for Tyrese Maxey. He scored 18 of the 39 points by Philadelphia. Another three is up by Ross, and that's no good. Tobias Harris coming up with the rebound. Sixers, if they make a bucket here, a 2 or a 3 could help them retake the lead. Embiid on the near wing. He wants to hand it off to Maxey, and he finally does so. Maxey's defender is CP3. A behind-the-back bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid will fake the handoff pass to Maxey. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid spinning, fading over Biyombo. And Biyombo got a little piece of it for the block, and CP3 comes up with the board. CP3 with a bounce pass that goes all the way to Okaji for 3. No. Okaji comes up with the rebound, and it gets blocked by Embiid, but Bismack Biyombo is there for the follow. 42-39. Biyombo making the two-handed slam. Embiid taking it to the lane, kicks it out to Harris for a wide-open catch-and-shoot 3. Yes! And the Sixers tie it back at 42 apiece. 5:48 left to go in the second quarter. A great shot by Tobias Harris, catching and shooting in rhythm and knocking down the tray. Okaji to CP3. He gives it back to Payne. Payne inside to Craig. One more to Wainwright for a corner 3. No, Embiid doing a good job at boxing out Biyombo and getting the defensive rebound. Now he has to pass it as Wainwright is still on him, and he finally finds Melton, who's standing at the logo. Melton to Maxey. Maxey inside the Toyota sign from the far wing. Back to Melton for a catch-and-shoot 3 again. No. And a rebound goes to Chris Paul, but a good tip that goes to Campaign. Chris Paul at the foul line. Back to Wainwright on the near wing. 5 minutes left to go on the game clock here in the second quarter. Okaji with a pump fake. Takes it in the lane, and the ball gets blocked by Embiid. He met him right at the rim. And Tobias Harris comes up with the board. Harris inside the lane. And I believe he got fouled by Terrence Ross, and he did. But, man, what a great defensive play by Joel Embiid. Okaji certainly faked the Anthony Melton on the far corner 3. And he took it in the, down the corner. And Joel Embiid meeting him down memory lane. And he's there to deny the shot. So Harris will go to the line for 2. An 86% foul shooter. And he capitalizes on the first one. And the Sixers finally retake the lead 43-42. Shake Milton will enter in. And P.J. Tucker comes back as well. P.J. Tucker comes in for Shake Milton. Landry Shamet, Devin Booker, and Torrey Craig come back in. And Okaji, Ross, and Wainwright will all take a seat for the Suns. 4 minutes and 49 seconds left here in the second quarter. Sixers do lead by 1. They have scored 19 points so far here in this second quarter. The second foul shot is good by Tobias Harris, who goes 2 for 2 from the line. Shamet being guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Gets past half court. Shamet with a bounce pass to Biyombo. Biyombo will just hand it off to Shamet. Shamet back to Devin Booker. Sixers on a 14-4 run in the last 4 minutes. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Shamet inside to Biyombo as he got it from Devin Booker. Biyombo has to try to pass it off, and it's with 1 second left on the shot clock. Booker pulls up and somehow, someway knocks it down from outer space. Oh my goodness, from 35 feet way downtown, Devin Booker with about 0.5 seconds left on the shot clock got it to go. That was unbelievable. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Sixers down by 1. Tobias Harris at the top of the wing, from the far wing that is, now takes it in the lane. The ball gets blocked by Biyombo as he met him right at the rim. Chris Paul with a 5-on-4 offense. Gets the ball back from Craig. And he now gets a screen as he's taken on Embiid. The ball gets deflected by Joel and it goes out of bounds. The Sixers played very solid defense on Phoenix's last possession, but Devin Booker with a hand in his face from 35 feet, hit nothing but nets. And this is exactly why he is one of the best three-point shooters on the planet. Booker gets the inbound. 3:42 left to go here in the second quarter. Booker, being guarded by Melton, works around the screen, gives it up to Paul in the near corner. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Paul with a hand in his face from Tyrese Maxey, and he gets it to go. Back-to-back threes by the Phoenix Suns as they're on a 6-0 run with 3:31 left here in the second quarter. I mean, you cannot play better defense than what the Sixers have been playing over the last couple of possessions. And yet, somehow the Suns are still able to knock down shots. That's the type of team that they are. They make you pay even when you play really good defense. Maxey with an outlet pass, or an inbound outlet pass, that is to DeAnthony Melton. Melton with nobody on him gets the ball, or ends up meeting Devin Booker, and Booker finally blocks it. And it looked like nobody was on him. Booker takes it in the lane and gets it over Embiid's head, and now it's a 47-44, or it's a 53-46 ball game. They got the scoreboard wrong on the NBC Sports app now. Melton on the far wing, inside to Embiid. Embiid at the foul line, goes up with a shot, and he hits it. And he gets it to go. Sixers down by 7 now. Booker with a step-back three himself. It's good. 50-46. I guess that the scoreboard was right. I was looking at the wrong one. All right, let me turn this one off. All right, Embiid on the foul line extended. Gives it back out to Maxey for a three. It's good. And Tyrese Maxey with 21 points here in the first half. Knocking it down from 28 feet. Chris Paul stopping on a dime, giving it to Okaji, who takes it inside the lane, kicks it out to Landry Shamet, being guarded by Maxey. Nobody's on Bismack Biyombo, and he goes up with a floater with nobody on him. 52-49, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. A highly energized game here in Phoenix, Arizona. Maxey on the far wing. Gets a screen from Joel. Kicks it back out to Embiid as he loses his dribble. And a foul is called on Devin Booker. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the second quarter. That is Booker's first foul. In case you're just joining me, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all having yourselves a great night. Embiid will take a quick seat over here. And the Sixers will be back after this timeout. Okay. Let me take a quick sip of water. Ugh. And man, good game so far. Good game between both of these teams. And again, let me know what your thoughts are on this game down below in the comments section. You know, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this game. I think it's a really good game so far between two highly competitive teams that are trying to fight for a top playoff spot in both of their conferences. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at the Bucks score, shall we? Because I wonder if the Bucks ended up coming back to win. Okay, let's see. Denver leads 101-86 with 10:50 left to go in the fourth quarter against the Milwaukee Bucks. How about that? And the Kings, I know it's still early on, but they're down 50-49 to Utah. And again, just to remind you guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're watching me on YouTube. If you do enjoy my play-by-play commentary, it means a lot to me. I appreciate all the support. You guys are the best. And on Facebook as well, if you're watching this, be sure to leave me a review. And, yeah, man. We got some good stuff coming up. We got our first Phillies game coming up this week. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. It's on March 30th. Can't believe it's like next week. You know, I think next year I'm going to try to make my way down to Clearwater because I've always wanted to go see a spring training game. That has always been on my bucket list, and I think I'm going to try to do that next year. That is something that I've been wanting to do for a really, really long time. But obviously, I just haven't been able to do it. So I think next year, I say I think, but I say that almost every year. I think next year I'll try to make my way down to Clearwater for one game. All right, live at the Footprint Center. I'm not live at the Footprint Center, but I'm calling it from my house in Voorhees, New Jersey. A game that's being played at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Sixers down by 4 points. It's 53-49 with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. My gosh, do I have the score wrong again? I think I do. It's 49-52. Okay, there we go. And now Embiid's going to go to the line for a technical foul free throw. Don't know who the tech is called on just yet as they stepped aside after the timeout, and Embiid makes it a 2-point game. Was the foul on Monty Williams? Is that what they're pointing to? Because it shows that on the camera. So, Chris Paul got called for a defensive 3-second violation, so that's what it was. Maxey gets the inbound. Embiid is there at the top of the key. Nice pass inside to Melton. Melton kicks it out to Harris. Harris with a catch-and-shoot triple. Yes! And the Sixers retake the lead. Tobias Harris with the one dribble and a hand in his face, and he knocks down the tray. 1 minute and 38 seconds left here in the second quarter. The shot clock was also winding down. Booker on the far wing. Maxey steps up. Here's Chris Paul. Back to Craig. Paul gets the ball back. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. A screen comes by Biyombo. Back out to Okaji for a triple, and he gets it to go. The pendulum swinging in Phoenix's direction now. 55-53. Tyrese Maxey on the far wing. Hands it off to Embiid. Embiid being guarded by Biyombo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He's standing on the far elbow inside the three-point arc, spinning, fading, and gets the ball loose. And Bismack Biyombo comes up with a block. But they're going to say it was last touched by Biyombo and that it did not ricochet off of Joel's knee. And Biyombo is infuriated with that call. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey will inbound it from the baseline. He gives it up to Embiid. Embiid back to Harris. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Melton now takes 2 dribbles, and he puts up a shot, and it's just a little bit off the mark. It hit the right side of the rim. Paul with the rebound. 55-53. Phoenix up by 2 with 43 seconds left in the first half, that is. And a foul is called on Tyrese Maxey. He gets called for a personal, and Shake Milton will now sub in for DeAnthony Melton. So Melton will now take a seat. 41.7 seconds left in the shot clock. Resets with 14 seconds on the shot clock, that is. Chris Paul will inbound it from the far sideline. Again, the Suns going from right to left, and the Sixers going from left to right. 10 seconds left. Paul gets the inbound, and he'll hand it off to Booker. Booker back to Paul at the logo. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Paul being guarded by Maxey. Here's a three-pointer. That's up, and it's nothing but net again by Torrey Craig from 27 feet. 5 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. The Suns got the 2 for 1 possession. Embiid will inbound it to Tyrese Maxey, who will hold for 1 more possession here for the Sixers. Maxey standing at the logo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 12 seconds now left on the game clock. Maxey with a bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid with a Euro step and gets the ball blocked by Craig. The rebound by Shake Milton is up. That's no good. Embiid gets fouled as he tried to go up with a rebound, and a foul will be called on Craig, I believe. Yep. Craig gets called for the personal foul. So great stop by the Sixers, and they're going to say it was a foul on the floor. So it was not in the act of shooting, so the Sixers get the ball back with 2.5 seconds left. Shot clock is unplugged. Milton will be the inbounder from the far sideline. Ref still has the ball. Substitution as George Niang will come in for P.J. Tucker. And Milton will inbound it for the Sixers. Milton will find Embiid. Embiid draws the triple team, goes up with a shot. A miracle shot that was, and he misses it, and it didn't even hit the rim. So the Sixers go into halftime. They're down 58-53 against the Phoenix Suns as the Suns came up large, and I mean by coming up large, Torrey Craig with some huge threes from about 27, 28 feet. And, man, those big-time three-pointers have put the Suns up by 5 points as they go into halftime. So just take a look at some of the team stats so far. Suns shooting 46 or 47% from the field. Sixers only shooting 40%, which it really isn't so bad. The Sixers are actually shooting 47% from three, and the Suns have pretty much matched it, shooting 44%. The only difference is that the Sixers haven't taken one more, or have one three that was not taken compared to the Suns. Suns are 8 for 18 from beyond the arc, and the Sixers are 8 for 17, that is. So, all Philly here except our best team, the Eagles, of course. What's up? What's going on, man? Alrighty. Look, I'm going to take a quick step off. I got to rest my voice, and we'll be back for the second half. Don't go anywhere, but in case you're new to my channel, first of all, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you do enjoy my Play-by-Play cast, make sure you like and make sure that you subscribe. I'll be back in just a little bit. So take a little bit of a break, and I will see you all very soon. What's going on, guys? Alrighty, how we all doing? We're back on here. Is my audio a little bit high? Yeah, it is starting to peak a little bit. Okay. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully all is well. Sixers down by 5 points as they come into the third quarter here. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. As always, I give you this content for free. So do me a solid and, just hit the like button, subscribe if you do enjoy the 76ers content. And, well, if you're new to my channel, we cover 76ers basketball. We do play-by-play for all their games. We'll also be doing it for the Phillies, and we'll be doing it for the Patriots as well. We started up this channel back in December, right near Christmas Day. My first game that I did was the Golden State Warriors, but I'm from South Jersey. I'm a broadcaster. I've been calling lots of games, and I wanted to come on here and, just call some more games and start my own channel. So that's why we call it Play-by-Play with JJ, because that's what we do on here. We call games, and we have a good time. So, all right, so let's put this back in full screen. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about the Sixers team before we go back and dive into the second half of things. Well, honestly, I've been pretty impressed with what they've been able to do as far as hanging on. Obviously the Suns, too, are coming off of a back-to-back. So you kind of expected that both teams were going to be a little bit rusty. But the Sixers, they've been hanging in there. And even though there's no James Harden for the Sixers, you also have to remember, too, that there's no DeAndre Ayton and Kevin Durant for Phoenix. And, so both teams are kind of not at their full health, if you will. And I think it's been a very competitive game, and I love what I'm seeing from both teams so far. So just got to keep the foot on the gas pedal if you're the Sixers and continue to have strong contributions from Maxey and from Tobias Harris. And so far they've been doing that pretty much throughout this entire game. I'd like to see a little bit more action from DeAnthony Melton. I know that he's been not having the best night. He's 0 for 3 from the field in 11 minutes, and that certainly can happen. But other than that, I think that you'd like to see a little bit more contribution from the bench, but you know that George Niang is struggling. You understand that Shake Milton is a little bit tired, from last night's game, even though he didn't have the best performance either. But somebody has to step up to the plate, and it can't just be Tyrese Maxey. It has to be obviously Embiid is going to step up, but there has to be somebody else that can take the torch from Embiid and Maxey, whether it's Tobias Harris or somebody else that can just provide a lot of contribution here in the second half. So Maxey has 21 points. Embiid with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists in this game so far, as well as 2 blocks. And Tobias Harris has 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And meanwhile, Devin Booker has scored 18 of the 58 points by the Phoenix Suns. He's been on a tear. Terrence Ross also 8 points for him off the bench. He's been shooting really well from beyond the arc as of lately. But Booker with 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists as well. Chris Paul with 6 points, 7 assists, and 4 boards. Bismack Biyombo, dude, I mean, this guy has been filling in for DeAndre Ayton and has done a pretty good job. So we're just about ready to start the third quarter. Again, the Sixers are in their white and blue uniforms with the blue numbers and the blue letters on the back of their jerseys. And for the Phoenix Suns, they are in their regular home uniforms, that is, with the purple uniforms that are on the outside. And they have the white too, the white numbers and the white letters, which are pretty cool jerseys, by the way. They're like one of my favorite jerseys. Kind of remind me a little bit of the LA Lakers, like when they have those purple and gold, It's kind of cool. Alrighty. Maxey is back out there, rubbing his hands together, and we're just about ready to get started with the second half here in Phoenix at the Foot Point Center in Phoenix, Arizona. There we go. The other thing, too, that I wanted to mention is that the Sixers, they've made all 9 of their foul shots, but Phoenix has made 8 out of 9. They pretty much matched it. Sixers do get the ball first because they lost the tip-off. Tobias Harris gets the inbound, and who will hand it off to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey to Tucker, back to Melton. And Embiid throws the ball away as Tobias Harris was on the far corner, and Embiid was on the far wing, and he tried to hand it off to him, but it went towards his right side, or his left side, that is, and went out of bounds. Same starters out there for both teams. Ball off the dribble, and it's good. I mean, Chris Paul has just been unbelievable. And when he's shooting off the dribble and when he makes that corner jumper, it is just so deadly and so tough to stop. 60-53. Maxey to Melton for his first three. Yes. And D'Anthony Melton comes up with a big three from the far wing, and Maxey comes up with the apple. Okaji at the logo for Phoenix, as he's had himself another good game as well. CP3 hands it off to Devin Booker. A screen comes by Biyombo. Biyombo trying to take on Tobias Harris inside. He ends up kicking it back out, and the ball finds Devin Booker. That's no good. The putback attempt by Biyombo, and he gets fouled by, I believe, Joel Embiid. PJ Tucker actually gets called for the foul. It was not in the act of shooting, I don't believe. But Booker went up with a layup, and PJ Tucker gets called for the loose ball foul, that is. Scoreboard's not working on NBC Sports Philadelphia, huh? Good thing we have one over here. 60-56. Sixers down by 4. Booker on the low block. Taking on D'Anthony Melton. Step back jumper. It's good from the near corner. Devin Booker with 23 points in this game so far. Or 20 points, that is, in this game so far. He had 18 in the first half. Embiid at the top of the key. He will hand it off to Harris. Harris outside the Melton on the near wing. Melton being guarded by Devin Booker, and he takes it to the cup and puts it up and in. 64-58, and the Sixers are down by 6. Booker on the near corner. Gets a screen from Biyombo. Passes it to Okaji. They pass it around the timeline. The ball ends up finding Campaign. And Biyombo puts down a two-handed jam. 64-58. Great movement of the basketball. That was actually Okaji that ended up getting the assist. And it's 64-58. Timeout called by Doc Rivers. And the Sixers will be back in just a few moments. And it's funny because just when they called the timeout, the score bug is actually starting to work on the NBC Sports channel. So that's funny. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, let me take a sip of water. Alrighty. So we talked about this at the very beginning. I kind of want to try to include like some questions, like when I go on for these casts that are kind of like theme oriented. So I want to know what your thoughts are about the backwards hat. You know, if you like to wear your hat backwards, or if you're just a forwards hat type of a guy, you like to wear it with the cap in front of you, or if you're also like a side cap type of a guy, or a person, or gal. Because I like the backwards hat. I really think that it's cool. And I like it a lot. I also really like, you know what I like too? I also like headbands. I don't really wear headbands that much, but for some reason I have always really liked them. I really have. I don't know what it is, but I just think that headbands are cool. Bandanas look pretty nice, like on some of the basketball players, you know, off the court. See them sometimes wearing bandanas. I don't really see it that much like anymore, but you know, with some of the guys like back in their day, it looks kind of cool. I like that. I like the fashion, you know. I think that's awesome. Allen Iverson, got to give him a lot of credit for that because he really was the one that brought a whole lot of fashion to the NBA, and got to tip my cap to him because he's a Sixer and I like fashion. All right. Nuggets, in case you're wondering, did win. They beat the Bucks 129-106. So the Sixers have an opportunity to gain a little bit of ground on Milwaukee, which would be huge. That'd be really nice. I still want the 1 seed. Opening days on Thursday at 2 o'clock p.m. Or, well, they play at 3. What time's the Sixers game that day? I don't even know. But we will be calling the first Phillies game of the season. I have to start getting my stream deck ready for that. Oh, my gosh. That's going to take a little bit of time this week, but I got to do that. Tucker will inbound it for the Sixers. He hands it off to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's standing on the near wing. Now he's alone at the top of the key, and now finally somebody steps up on him to play defense. Maxey to Embiid for three at the top of the perimeter. It's good. Inside, outside for the Sixers. Everybody thought Maxey was going to shoot the three, and the defense came pressuring on him, and as soon as he was at the foul line, he made a bounce pass to Embiid, and Embiid knocked down the tray. Sixers down by 4. Chris Paul at the foul line. He finds Booker on the near wing, who takes it inside the three-point arc. His defender is Tyrese Maxey. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey with a hand in his face, and Booker can't make the triple. Embiid comes up with another board. Embiid to Harris, catch and shoot three. Off the mark. Hits the front of the rim and goes in and out. And Biyombo is there for the board. Paul stopping on a dime. And he's being guarded by Harris with a nice cutting pass to Okaji and one more to Biyombo. No. Embiid did a good job at stuffing him right at the rim. Melton to Harris for a near corner three. And Anthony Melton gets another assist. Tobias Harris with a big-time three-pointer. And the Sixers are down by 1. 8:38 left to go here in the third quarter. Sixers down 64-63. Okaji. And there's a three-pointer that goes up by Booker, and it's nothing but net from the near wing. But are they going to count? Yeah, they will count the shots, but there is a whistle. And I don't know what the whistle is on necessarily. The Sixers, I believe, will still be getting the ball back. Now they're trying to see if Joel Embiid's three-pointer, if he had his right toe barely on the line, and they say no, but they are reviewing that. Embiid at the top of the key. Now he's standing at the foul line, being guarded by Biyombo. Kicks it out to Maxey on the near corner, who lets it fly and knocks down the tray. We're back to a tie game at 67 apiece. Maxey with the steal off the inbound from Booker, and he gets fouled. Devin Booker with a careless mistake, and Tyrese Maxey was there to intercept the pass to Chris Paul. 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Great awareness by Tyrese Maxey. He's not stepping down on defense, and Chris Paul didn't even see him coming as he sniped it away, and Maxey gets fouled by Booker. Maxey will go to the line for two. His first foul shot goes in and out. Maxey shooting 80% from the foul line this season. And he has an opportunity to put the Sixers up by 1 and go 1 for 2 from the line. He is 6 for 8 from downtown in this game. And, man, that certainly helps the Sixers. And the second foul shot goes in. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Sixers up by 1 with 8:06 left to go in the third quarter. Here's CP3 dribbling around the screen, taking it in the lane. And his defender is Joel Embiid. He passes it all the way for a wide-open three that gets knocked down by Okaji. So it's 70-68. And Okaji, he's been a really good three-point shooter for the Phoenix Suns. One of their best. Embiid at the foul line, spinning, and he gets fouled. He hits the jumper from the near corner as he was in midair, and Biyombo gets called for the foul. I mean, just a heroic shot by Joel Embiid. I mean, he does it like almost every single day. Doing a good job at initiating the contact. Biyombo hit him on the right elbow, and he gets it to go. Embiid with 17 points, 6 boards, and 3 dimes in this game so far. And the foul shot, it almost went in and out, but it goes back in. Barely, and the Sixers retake the lead 71-70. It's been a game of cat and mouse here in this third quarter. Paul stopping on a dime. Takes it inside the foul line, goes up with a jumper over to Anthony Melton, and man, he just knocks down that shot with ease. It looks so difficult, and he still is able to make it. 72-71, Phoenix up by 1. Tobias Harris inside, outside to Maxey for a 7-3, yes! Tyrese Maxey 7 for 9 from downtown. He certainly has the hot hand. 7:03 left to go in the third quarter. 28 points for Reese. Booker with a floater. And a foul is called on Joel. 6:56 left to go in the third quarter. Embiid initiating the contact as Devin Booker was taking it inside from the wing. But going back to that play, Tobias Harris, I mean, he was cutting right towards the basket as soon as the ball was inbounded to him. And Maxey was there wide open for a three, and that just can't happen when he's having a night like this. So Devin Booker will go back to the foul line. The Sixers have scored 21 points in this quarter so far, and we're not even halfway done with this third quarter just yet. And the foul shot is good by Booker. We're tied at 74 apiece. Excuse me. Maxey to Melton. Melton back to Maxey at the logo. A lob pass inside to Embiid. Embiid draws the double team, spins and fades, and he can't make it, as Okachi is there for the board. Chris Paul being guarded by D'Anthony Melton. A nice dribble move. Kicks it out to Okachi. Okachi with a foul line jumper. And it almost went in as it hit the backboard. It was a high arc, and Joel Embiid said no, and he got the board. Maxey around the screen. Nola pass to Harris for a catch-and-shoot triple. Off the mark. Biyombo is there for the rebound. It was a good thought, but Tobias just fired the trigger a little bit too soon. Booker for another three. That's passed to Biyombo, and that's off the mark too. Tucker doing a good job at boxing out, and Maxey is there for another board. 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Embiid and Maxey playing a two-man game here. Maxey off the dribble from the near corner. Oh, man, he almost got it to go. And the ball was rebounded by Okachi. Outlet pass to Devin Booker. Booker on the far corner, being guarded and trapped by Tobias Harris. He'll hand it off to Okachi. Back to Chris Paul. CP3, 7 seconds left on the shot clock. He's standing inside the logo. Puts up a three over Tucker. And it's airballed, but are they going to call a foul on Tucker? They will. Oh, my goodness. So Chris Paul will go to the foul line to shoot 3 free throws. There were 3.5 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's take a look at this again to see if there was a foul. And I don't know. It looks like Chris Paul was trying to close out, and I don't know, man. I don't even know if there was any sort of contact there. It's really hard to tell from that angle, but we play on. PJ Tucker trying to plead his case to the ref on the far sideline, and CP3 makes the first foul shot out of 3. Doc Rivers also trying to get this call straight too. And the second foul shot's good by Chris Paul. So he's 2 for 2 from the line so far. Chris Paul only had 2 points in his last game that he played against the Sixers. And that was honestly because he only played in 14 minutes. Chris Paul from Wake Forest. He's been in the league for a very long time. Drafted in 2005. Makes all 3 free throws. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Sixers down by a triple. Embiid inside the three-point arc, directing the traffic. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Backing down 2 defenders. Puts it up, and he gets fouled by Biyombo. Have to confirm that it is going to be on Biyombo, so that was the right call. And Joel will go to the line for 2 foul shots. It is just so crazy how every single time it seems like he gets the basketball, 2 people have to come on him, and yet he still is just able to be such a dominant force. The first foul shot is up, and it's in. It's kind of like in baseball, like when, I know that they're banning this year, but, you know, it's kind of like when they have the shift on in baseball, and, you know, for power left-handed hitters, like for Ryan Howard, you know, the defense would put a shift on him so that, you know, he wouldn't hit the ball, or that it would be easier for them to field ground balls, especially on rockets that were hit. And now that they're getting rid of it, it's, you know, you can argue that they're getting rid of strategy. And the second foul shot is good. Sixers down by 1. Embiid in this game has 20 points and 7 boards and 4 dimes. Paul off the jump. No. Biyombo with a putback, and he gets it. He goes up, grabs the rebound, clobbers it, and puts down a 2-handed jam. And that'll extend the Phoenix lead back to 3. Shake Milton comes back into the game for the Sixers. Landry Shamet also comes in for the Phoenix Suns, the former 76er. Embiid at the foul line, dancing over Biyombo. Puts up a foul line jumper, gets blocked by Biyombo, but Embiid gets it back, and Embiid goes up with another two. No! Booker is there for another board. Not the best play by Joel, as Biyombo has been blocking a lot of shots here. Biyombo trying to pass it inside to Okaji, and the ball got kicked by Tobias Harris. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Great defense by Bismack Biyombo to stay on Embiid. Also really good footwork, too, between both of these big men who have been going at it for a little bit of time. Biyombo has really played some good defense on him. And it's hard to find those types of guys. Paul will inbound it to Landry Shamet. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Booker, inside, outside for a three that goes up, and it's no good. Booker trying to box out and get the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker, and D'Anthony Melton will inbound it for Philadelphia. So the Sixers getting back on offense here. The three was put up by T.J. Warren. Embiid goes up with a shot. He's fouled by Booker, and he will go back to the charity stripe for two more free throws. Shake Milton doing a good job facilitating the ball and being the primary ball handler as a part of the second unit. Now Joel will head back on over to the line to try to convert and make 22 points. His 21st point is just about ready to come up here, and it's up, and it's good. Sixers down by 2 with 3:55 left to go here in the third quarter. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. As always, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you do enjoy my 76ers play-by-play commentary, it means the world to me. If you're watching me on Facebook, make sure that you leave me a review as well. And Embiid misses the second foul shot as it goes in and out. Biyombo comes up with the rebound. Booker on the far wing takes it in the lane. No. And Melton tips it in, but they're going to reward the point to Bismack Biyombo. That certainly is a Debbie Downer when that happens. The ball gets intercepted as it was trying to go to Embiid. Melton trying to play defense, and the layup is good by T.J. Warren. A 4-0 run by Phoenix. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. Not a good pass by Shake Milton. Milton's pass was a little bit too far. Here's Embiid on the far wing. A dribble handoff to Milton. Milton to Melton, who lets it fly from wing to wing. And Paul is there for the board. Paul gets another rebound. He stops on a dime, hands it off to Biyombo. Pick and roll offense. Back to Paul. Paul to Booker. Booker back to Paul in the near wing for three. No. And trying to get the rebound to the Sixers. Niang almost stepped out of bounds, but he saved it. And the ball goes in Shake Milton's hands. 4-on-5 basketball. Here's Niang who gets back. Melton finds Embiid on the low block. Embiid trying to post up. Bismack Biyombo, and the ball gets stripped by Chris Paul. Booker comes up with a steal. Booker in the lane with the contact. He can't get the friendly bounce. Biyombo is there for the rebound. And a foul will be called on George Niang. It'll be a loose ball foul. I didn't see Embiid come back into the picture as he did hit the hardwood. I have to mention that. But I guess he did get back up, and Niang, oh man, I don't know how the loose ball foul was called on him, but are they going to overturn that? No, they call it on Bismack Biyombo. Okay, so that is clarification. It looked like George Niang was frustrated, and it looked like that they were going to call a foul on him, but that was not the case. And the Sixers are now in the bonus, so after the Suns' timeout, the Sixers will be back. Okay. Ooh. Let me take a sip of water. Good game so far. Good game. Back and forth. Who else gets tired of these Tyrese Maxey Cure Auto Insurance commercials? Like, I love Tyrese Maxey, but my mom was right about these commercials. Like, after a little bit of time, like, it just gets old. And, like, I love seeing Tyrese Maxey on commercials, but, like, this one, it just doesn't feel like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel natural for him. And it's just, it's kind of corny, you know? They're the Cure. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Tyrese Maxey commercials. You know what I do miss, and I know that he's gone from the Phillies, but and he was a part of that trade that they got, that reliever Gregory Soto, who I'm really excited to see. I do miss the Matt Vierling car commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did a good job acting in those. Like, that was good for Nissan. Was it for Nissan? I think it was for Nissan. That I do miss. But can't have everything. My grandma, one of her famous sayings was, to me, that I remember. I have a lot of them, but one of them she would always say whenever she would ask me about how the Phillies were doing, and I would tell her that the Phillies lost. She would always say, "Well, the Phillies can't win them all, Jason." I said, "Yeah, Grandma, you're right, but we want them to win them all." And she would say, "No, Jason, that just, it's really hard to do, and you just can't win every single game. But you got to try, and you got to battle." And that quote has kind of always stuck with me. You got to battle until the bitter end, she would say. I miss her. All right. Sixers down by 6 with 2:42 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, in case you're just joining us, the Sixers are in the bonus with 2:42 left, and George Niang got fouled on the loose ball foul by Bismack Biyombo. Embiid does take a seat, and Jalen McDaniels, who was making his first Sixer appearance in about a couple of weeks, he comes back in for Philadelphia. Niang shooting 81% from the charity stripe, goes up with the first foul shot, and it's nothing but net. There's Kevin Durant sitting right next to DeAndre Ayton on the bench. Durant has been obviously one of the top players in the league for over the last decade, pretty much. He's been unbelievable. And the second foul shot by Niang is good, so he goes 2 for 2 from the line and ends up making his first 2 points on the day. So it's 83-79. Sixers down by two possessions. Embiid back out there for the Sixers. Booker gets the ball kicked by Embiid, and a kickball violation will be called against the Sixers. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 2:29 left on the game clock here in the third quarter. Sixers are going to try to play good defense here. Now Joel will take a seat, and Dwayne Dedmon comes in to replace him. See if this matchup goes well. Booker with a bounce pass inside, and the shot goes up, and a foul as Jock Landale comes back in for Bismack Biyombo, and just like that, Dwayne Dedmon, as soon as he comes in, he commits a foul, a shooting foul that is, and Landale's going to go to the line for one more. Not such a good play to start things off when you come into the game, but Landale misses the foul shot, and Dwayne Dedmon makes up for it, and he grabs the defensive rebound. 2:15 left to go in the third quarter. Milton stopping on a dime, putting up a floater. It's good. Oh, my goodness. That was a weird play. He didn't know if he was going to go up with a jumper or a floater and decided in midair that he was just going to put up a weird-looking floater. Booker almost gets the ball loose. And battling on the hardwood is DeAnthony Melton, but the ball gets intercepted by Landry Shamet. Booker for 3. The ball gets blocked, and a foul. A charge will be called on Booker. Oh, man, Booker on the closeout. He could not get the shot to go. And DeAnthony Melton doing a good job on defense, standing his ground. Melton trying to go up on the hardwood against Landale, trying to fight for the ball, and it got intercepted. And then Melton comes back with a block. But on the closeout, Devin Booker had his feet collide with DeAnthony Melton's feet. And now, because of the offensive foul, or the turnover, the Sixers do get the ball back. Niang coming up with a screen. And here's Shake Milton. Milton at the top of the key, and Niang gets called for an offensive foul. Oh my goodness, George Niang with a bad mistake there, and that could certainly cost the Sixers. They do not want to keep turning the ball over and make these little mistakes here, especially down the stretch against Phoenix. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. 11 turnovers by Philadelphia. Shamet stopping on a dime, letting it fly. Maxey is there for the board. 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Sixers could cut it to 1 point here. Niang takes it inside. Outside to McDaniels on the far wing. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. McDaniels gets a screen from Dedmon. And now McDaniels goes up with it. And the ball goes loose. And it was last touched by Landry Shamet, I believe. 8 seconds will be put back on the shot clock. And they're going to actually say, they're going to overturn it and say that McDaniels lost the basketball. And that it was a turnover by Philadelphia. Oh my goodness. Another turnover by the Sixers down the stretch here in the third quarter. The plus minus for when Joel has gone to the bench has not been so good for the Sixers. Booker takes it in the lane and has his way as he gets past Dwayne Dedmon for the layup. 87-81. It's still a two-possession lead by the Phoenix Suns. Milton working around the screen by Dedmon, and Dedmon gets called for another charge. Dedmon wants to have a review here, but man, that looked like it was an illegal screen. His feet, he just stopped right there, and Booker came right at him. Now, Dedmon's feet were set, so he might actually have a case here. But they're not going to review it. And the Suns get the ball back. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. 7 turnovers by the Sixers here in the third quarter. 3 on their last 3 possessions. Booker with a shot, and he's fouled. So now Phoenix is in the bonus. It's 87-81. And you kind of wonder why Paul Reed isn't back in this ball game. Dwayne Dedmon has not been doing a good job, and Jalen McDaniels does get called for the foul. But Dedmon with 2 fouls in just less than 2 minutes, and Booker goes back to the line for 2. His first foul shot, he puts it up, and it's nothing but net. Booker, the last time he faced Philadelphia, back in November, he had 28 points. He was 8 for 16 from the field, 11 for 14 from the foul line. And the second foul shot is good as well. So Devin Booker averaging about 28 points per game. He's shooting 84% from the line. Dedmon, off of a screen, gives it up to Maxey. Maxey back to Milton. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 35 seconds on the game clock here in the third quarter. Maxey on the near corner. Now dribbles around the timeline, takes it to the logo. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey with a spin and a floater. It's up and good. Oh my goodness, a tough shot by Tyrese Maxey with the shot clock winding down. It was a turnaround jumper, and he nailed it. 18 seconds left. 1 second separating the shot clock from the game clock. Booker and Jalen McDaniels going at it against each other. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. A screen comes by Landale. Booker's now double-teamed. Landale tries to pass it, and it was in between 2 Phoenix Suns, and it goes in no man's land, and the Sixers will get the ball back. 89-83. 4.9 seconds left. Tobias Harris does come back into the ball game for the Sixers. Both teams are in the bonus. Dedmon will inbound it, I believe. He does go over towards the Sixers sideline. He's tying his left shoe. And Okaji will come back in as well for defense, or Torrey Craig, that is, for defensive purposes. 4.9 seconds left. Dedmon will take a seat. Niang will be the inbounder. He finds Maxey. The ball comes loose, and Maxey still gets it. 1.6 seconds left. Niang has to put up a hero shot, but that won't even count, and that'll do it. Great defense by Torrey Craig in the backcourt. That's exactly why Monty Williams put him in, and the Sixers go to the fourth quarter down by 6. So they'll be right back in just a little bit. What's going on, guys? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you're new to my channel, Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell icon too so that way you know when I upload. If you enjoy my 76ers play-by-play commentary, it means a lot to me. You know, it really means the world. Let's take a sip of water. Oh, boy. So, thoughts on this game so far? Let me know down below in the comments section. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. What are the Sixers actually going to have to do here in this third quarter defensively in order to limit the amount of damage that Devin Booker has been putting on the Sixers here? And it's not just Booker, too. It's also Torrey Craig, and I know Terrence Ross didn't really play in that third quarter, but I'm sure that he'll probably start off the fourth quarter here. He's been on a tear lately. That was a really good trade by the Suns to get him. Really. Or sorry, they got him in the buyout market, actually. Oh my gosh, now I understand what you mean now by all Philly teams here except for the Eagles. What's up? Okay, so it's a really weird story. It's very bizarre. I'll have to go into it another time. I don't have time to do that today. It's a really weird story. Doesn't really make any sense, but it kind of does at the same time too. You know, it's a kind of an odd story. I don't hate the Eagles. I mean, did they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl? They did, but I'm not the type of person to really complain, especially after a team who was a dynasty at one point won 6 Super Bowls. So, you know, I can't really complain. But I don't hate the Eagles. I'm not somebody that also like trash talks against the Eagles because I'm not that far from the city and I understand the blue-collar mentality. Okay. So because the Suns won the tip-off, they do get the ball to start things off first here in the fourth quarter. Again, the Suns going from left to right. They're in their their purple and white letter uniforms. Sixers in their white and blue uniforms. And Campaign, he dribbled it into the lane. 6 seconds left, and the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the Sixers. So Payne's going to have to inbound it. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Payne inbounds it. Okachi for a floater. It's up and it's good. 91-83, and that one is good. So Milton now with the ball on the near wing. He's been pretty quiet in this game so far. And he goes up with a spin-around jumper, and it's way off the mark. Landau comes up with it. A 3 is up, and knocking that one down is Devin Booker again. Oh my gosh, why did I say Devin Booker? I meant to say Terrence Ross. God dang it. 94-83. Oh my gosh, I can't keep looking at this. All right, Maxey with the ball now. 1 minute has gone by here in the fourth quarter. Maxey on the near wing. Now he's standing on the near corner. Gets a screen from Dedmon. Maxey with a floater. It's up and in. Sixers cut it back to a single-digit deficit. Okaji taking on Shake Milton, and he gets fouled by Dedmon. So Dedmon has committed 3 fouls within the span of just a couple of minutes. And he has not been playing really well as the backup center tonight. So they're not going with Paul Reed. Okaji will go to the line for 2, and the first foul shot is up, and he misses it. Tobias Harris will step in for Shake Milton. Okaji this season, when it comes to his foul shooting, he's been shooting 74% from the line. He only has 3 points in this game along with 4 assists, and he knocks down the second foul shot. Suns up 95-85 with 10 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Maxey gets a screen from Harris. Maxey with a lob pass to Tobias Harris. Harris taking on Okaji now, gets double-teamed. Back out to Maxey, 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Maxey on the far wing, dribbles, spins, puts up a three, and it's no good. And the Suns are able to come up with another rebound. Campaign at the top of the key, going up with a floater, and they're going to call goaltending on Jalen McDaniels as it hit the backboard. And now the Suns go up by a dozen, an 8-2 run to start things off for Phoenix. 97-85. 10-15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Can the Sixers try to bounce back in this game? Maxey hands it off to Harris. Harris to Dedmon. Dedmon, who's standing on the far wing, fakes the handoff as he's being guarded by Landau. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Sixers have to try to do something here. Harris dribbling, taking it to the cup, puts up a floater, no. And a rebound will go to the Phoenix Suns, as getting the rebound is Jock Landau. Payne now with 9:44 left to go here in the third quarter. Dribbles on the far wing, a nice pass inside to Okaji. Okaji gets the ball loose, but comes back up with his dribble. Landau gets the ball blocked by Dedmon. And a three is up. That's off the mark by Phoenix as the Suns were able to get an offensive rebound out of it. Tyrese Maxey off to the races. Standing at the far corner. One more pass to Niang for a catch-and-shoot three. No, he was wide open. And the shots have not been falling for George. Only 2 points in this game for Niang, and they've come from the foul line. Ross for three. It's good, and the Suns hit the century mark. 100-85. Terrence Ross coming up large for the Phoenix Suns. He had 32 points in last night's game, and, well, he's been picking up where he left off. And timeout called by the Sixers. All right, you got to put Joel back in now. I'm sorry. You just do. I understand that you want to be cautious about his health, but I want the 1 seed. Maybe that's a little bit selfish of me, but I want the 1 seed, man. I do. Give me the 1 seed. You know what I'm saying, bro? If you're new to my channel, if you do enjoy my play-by-play commentary, see, we got another subscriber here on YouTube. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I don't have any of the Facebook stuff up, but it means the world, you know. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Let me know what your thoughts are down below on this game. I think it's been a pretty good one, except here in the fourth quarter. The Sixers have taken their foot off the gas pedal, and honestly, it starts on Doc Rivers because you got to put in Paul Reed. That's what it comes down to. I don't know why Reed's not in. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't really want to give Doc the benefit of the doubt, but if Paul Reed is injured and something was just posted on Twitter, please just let me know. Because I don't want to be wrong. You know, and I would feel bad if I'm criticizing Doc for that, because obviously there's nothing that you can really do if Paul Reed got injured or if he had to go back to the locker room. I didn't see anything like that. But you got to put in P-Ball Paul as the backup center. And now, to be honest with you, now's the time where Embiid has to come in, because this team has really been struggling when he's not on the court, and Paul Reed is their best option. I thought he did an all right job in that first half, and for some reason Doc has just not been playing him. I'm curious to see why. All righty. Oh, man. 9 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The Suns are on an 11-2 run to start off the fourth quarter. Can the Sixers come back with a punch? It has been a boxing match between both of these teams. They've kept it close, and Phoenix honestly has their biggest lead of the game so far now with 15. Booker on the day with 29 points. Maxey does have 32. He's been incredible. He's 7 for 10 from downtown. 7 rebounds as well. Embiid hasn't really had his best game, but now he comes back in for Dwayne Dedmon, and PJ Tucker will sub in for Jalen McDaniels. So the Sixers, with their full roster back out there, and the cleanup crew that is cleaning up a little bit of some water that was spilt on the far sideline of the Phoenix Suns side of the court. Still cleaning it up, and now it's good to go. They had the one person that was over there had like 12 towels, about a dozen, so there must have been a big spill. Harris will inbound it to Maxey. Let's see what the Sixers drew up from this timeout. Can they capitalize? Embiid inside the three-point arc, and he'll find Maxey, who's standing at the logo, the yellow part of the Suns logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Lob pass to Embiid. Embiid on the near corner. Harris, Maxey, 2.5 seconds left. The runner is up by Maxey, and he kisses it off the window. He will also go to the line for one more. 33 for number 0. 187. Sixers down by 13 points. Cam Payne gets called for the shooting foul. Maxey will go to the line for his 34th point. He has a game high of 33, and the foul shot is good. It goes in, and the Sixers trail by a dozen. They got to get some stops on defense. Okaji, or Cam Payne that is, now with the ball. A screen comes. Payne on the near corner being guarded by Niang. Nice pass inside to Landau. Inside, outside. The three-pointer is up, and it's good by Okaji. Josh Okaji making it a 15-point lead now for Phoenix. And he has 7 points on the day. He's been pretty quiet. Embiid at the top of the key. Hands it off to Maxey. 103 to 88. 8:13 left to go. Embiid, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Outside to Maxey again on the far wing. 4.5 seconds to go. Maxey to Harris. Catch and shoot triple. Too strong. Embiid trying to fight for the rebound. And it'll go to Phoenix. Cam Payne comes up with it. Payne inside to Landau, who goes up with that shot, and that's no good. Embiid comes up with his miss. Maxey on the far wing. Hands it off to Embiid, who's at the top of the key for 3. It's well short. It hits just barely the front of the rim. 103 to 88 with 7:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers don't have a whole lot here on the gas tank as another shot goes up by Terrence Ross, and he makes the Sixers pay. 105 to 88, and the Suns are on a 16-5 run. Not such a good start by the Sixers, but there still is time left in this game. They just got to get some defensive stops and score on the offensive side. Here's Maxey's 3. No. Cam Payne taking it in the lane, dribbling around the timeline now, going up against George Niang, and now his defender is Maxey. Sixers still have 3 timeouts left. Oh, jumper is up, and knocking it down is T.J. Warren on the step back. Timeout called by Doc Rivers, and now it is an 18-5 run by Phoenix. Man, they are feeling themselves, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Oh, boy. 107 to 88. Come on, man. They were doing so well, and now this is actually the second night in a row that they have not had a good fourth quarter. Okay. How many people do we got on YouTube tonight? Oh, I see some lightning over here. Oof. Hopefully the power don't go out. That would suck. Well, in case that does happen, just so you guys know, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you're new to my channel, I'm from Voorhees, New Jersey. I call games for... I used to call games for the Delaware Blue Coats, who were the NBG League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers, and I also did stuff for the Wilmington Blue Rocks as well. And just finished my internship last month at NFL Films, so that was really cool. You know, I think that from this stream, we've gotten like 7 subs, so I'm really impressed with that. That's really cool. Whole lot of progress here on this channel, and I've been really happy with what we've been able to do. This is probably the most people we've had on a stream, so kudos to you guys. We hit 1,000 last week when I was covering the fourth quarter and the what ended up going into a double overtime game. I started off in the fourth quarter because I was calling a volleyball game for Atlantic Cape, and came home just in time for the fourth quarter, decided to put the headsets on and, turned on the monitor, and here we were in the lab, a.k.a. my bedroom, calling the game. Sometimes I just make myself laugh. I guess that's a skill, a good quality. I don't know. All right. Can the Sixers try to bounce back here? My iPad is off right now. So let's just pay full attention to the screen. Come on, you can't be making me yawn here, Sixers. Come on. Get back in this. All right. Excuse me. D'Anthony Melton will be the inbounder here for the Sixers. The Suns have scored 39 points on the bench, and the Sixers bench has only been able to manufacture 9 points. Maxey gets the inbound. 6:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers have to go on a big run here. Embiid taking on Langford, and he goes up with a shot, and he's fouled. Landau, I should say. Why did I say Langford? I don't know. 6:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. Joel goes to the charity stripe for 2 free throws. They'll try to cut it to at least a 17-point game. So maybe that has to be the strategy, to try to give Embiid the ball down low on the block a little bit more. The first foul shot, he knocks it down and gets it to go. But they have to get stops on defense, guard the perimeter, play good in the zone, and also have some good man-to-man defense too, and not foul. Embiid's second foul shot goes in and out. And the rebound goes to T.J. Warren. Payne at the logo, being guarded by Maxey. A screen comes by Landau, and Payne gets the ball back. 9 seconds left in the shot clock. Floater is up by Payne, and it's good. So the Sixers are having a hard time guarding the pick and roll over the last 5 possessions or so. Maxey on the near wing. Bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid taking on Landau again. Floater's up, and he's fouled again. So he will go back to the line for 2 more and try to cut it to an 18-point deficit. We're almost halfway done this fourth quarter here. Monty Williams still resting his top 2 players that he has available on this team, and giving them a little bit of a breather here. 22 points for Joel, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. He's been struggling in this game. And 22 points, it's pretty good for a lot of players, but for him, he's been struggling a little bit. Biyombo comes back in there, and Devin Booker will sub in as well. Okaji will take Payne, I believe, will take a seat here. No, Campaign still stays in. Okaji will take a seat on the bench, and Landau as well. 109-90. 6:08 left to go. Embiid's second foul shot is good. He's only missed 1 foul shot tonight. 109-91. 6:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers have to get a big stop on defense here. A big run by Phoenix. Booker with a lob pass inside to Biyombo, and that certainly does not help the Sixers as he goes down with a 2-handed jam on the alley-oop pass. 111-91. 5:45 left in the fourth quarter. Maxey to Embiid. Embiid directing traffic, telling Tucker to go to the left side. Embiid taking it to the lane, stops on a dime, and puts up the right hand for a layup. It was an awkward-looking layup. Didn't know if I should call it a dunk or a layup, but it was a layup. 111-93. Payne dribbling with the handoff, and Booker now has it. He's being guarded by Melton. Another screen comes, and Booker with a pass all the way outside to Okaji. The 2 is up, and it's no good. Embiid's there for the rebound. They get the stop, and a foul is called against the Sixers. Biyombo got fouled by Embiid on the loose ball foul. Embiid tried to box him out. Sixers still only have 2 timeouts left, and Sixers are now in the bonus. Yeah, I'm a little confused. Oh, but they got the scoreboard thing wrong. Even Kate Scott's confused. Wow. Biyombo's floater. It's good. And Devin Booker comes up with an assist again. He was taking it to the rack. And Biyombo, who was there right behind him, had nobody on him. 113-93. Sixers have not gotten a stop just yet. Maxi's foul shot or foul line jumper is good. And the Sixers still down by 18. Every time the Sixers have scored, the Suns have responded. Biyombo hands it off to Booker. Booker for a 2, and it goes in and out. And Embiid is there for the rebound. Can the Sixers capitalize? Embiid takes it to the lane with the layup and 3 defenders on him, and he gets it to go. 113-97, 4:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. Payne off the dribble at the foul line. Floater is up, and it's nothing but net again. And another timeout called by Doc Rivers. Cam Payne has been going off here in the fourth quarter. 4:06 left to go, and the Sixers will only have one timeout left. How about that? Suns have scored 24 points, and the Sixers have only scored 12. I mean, look, the Suns' defense has been good, but Sixers, I feel like that the Sixers are just not playing good on the defensive side, and there's not a whole lot left in the gas tank for them. I did say, though, regardless of what happens tonight, even if the Sixers somehow miraculously come back, I did say that a successful 4-game stand starting against Chicago when they played on Wednesday night in Chicago, I did say that because James Harden's not going to play, if they do go 2-2, that to me is a W for them. So even though these last 2 games haven't been so good for the Sixers, in the fourth quarters especially, if they somehow win in Denver, it's a successful road trip. So, all right, let me do this. Sixers back in action. Joel is taking a seat, and Doc doesn't want to play him because they want to keep him healthy, and they don't want him to be out there for these last 4 minutes unless the Sixers can somehow make a run here. So the starters are all out, and it's pretty much everybody from the bench. Shake Milton, Dwayne Dedmon, Furkan Korkmaz, and a shot goes up, and it gets blocked by Biyombo. That's his 4th block on the day. The Suns taking control of this fourth quarter. Chris Paul hasn't even had to play yet. Booker goes up with a runner. That's no good. A rebound by Biyombo, and a 3 is no good as well. So Milton, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, has the basketball in the near wing. A screen comes by Dedmon. Milton takes it in the lane to get the ball. Gets blocked again by Biyombo. But Dedmon comes up with the rebound. Milton goes up with a shot. He's fouled for 2. And Biyombo had the wind taken out of him as he hit the deck pretty hard. And Milton will go to the line for 2 free throws. The Sixers are in the bonus if there's anything positive to take away from this fourth quarter. That is one thing. So the Sixers could not get a lot of good defensive stops here in this fourth quarter. There still is time left. Milton does make the first foul shot, and the Sixers are now down by 17 points. Do have a new substitution as Ish Wainwright comes back into the ballgame. And the second foul shot by Milton is good. 115-99. Doc Rivers with his hands across his chest. Not necessarily happy with how the team has played tonight. Payne inside the lane. Going up against Springer. That's up, and that's no good. An offensive rebound by Biyombo. Ross gets the outlet pass, and the jumper is up, and it goes in once again by Cam Payne. 117-99. The other thing, too, is that the Suns have just been making so much more of an effort here on both the offensive side and the defensive side. Niang goes in for a layup, and that's good, and the Sixers finally get over the century mark. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left in this fourth quarter. T.J. Warren inside to Wainwright, and Wainwright goes cut into the basket, and the Sixers were caught sleeping. 26 points by Phoenix. Make that now 30 points by Phoenix. Dedmon for three. It's airballed. Oh, my goodness. Dwayne Dedmon just airballed a wide-open three. I'm sure that there's going to be a whole lot of talk on Twitter about that shot. Biyombo at the top of the key. We'll hand it off to Payne. Payne for three again, and it's good. My goodness, Cam Payne has been electric here in this fourth quarter. Sixers now trail by 21. Floater by Milton is too strong. And Biyombo comes away with another rebound. Sixers are 0 for 6 from downtown. And the Suns are 4 for 6 from three-point range. 1:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's been a bloodbath of a fourth quarter by Philadelphia. There's still 95 seconds left. Sixers have only been able to put up 18 points. And their defense throughout pretty much most of the season has been really good in the fourth quarter, except for tonight and even last night. They allowed 42 points against the Golden State Warriors in the fourth quarter. Timeout is called. That's the last timeout by the Sixers that they have to use. So they will face Denver on Monday, and hopefully they can try to bounce back. Give the Suns, though, a little bit of credit because they have really played well on both sides of the court here in the fourth quarter. The momentum has been going their way. The shots have been falling, and the Sixers have not been able to capitalize, and Monty Williams has been making some really good play calls as well. So, but once again, in case you're new to my channel, this is Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. If you do like my 76ers play-by-play cast, even though the game at this point has been a blowout, if you do still enjoy my cast, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. For those of you that are still on here, y'all are the real ones. It really means a lot to me because even when the Sixers aren't doing so good, honestly, the biggest compliment for a broadcaster is if you still tune in until the finish line because, you know, it's definitely like a sign of not just respect, but of loyalty. And that really actually means a lot. Maxey, though, finishes the game with 37 points. And both benches will have their third-string players come out. There's Devin Booker on the bench with his Nike gray shirt on. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And just like that, George Niang is there for the rebound. Okaji could have had a bunny, but he missed it. Niang gets the ball deflected by Cam Payne as he was trying to find Jaden Springer as the intended receiver, and it goes out of bounds. So Niang will inbound it. So it was last touched by the Suns. Korkmaz with a dribble handoff to Milton. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Milton to Springer on the near corner. Back to Milton. One more to Korkmaz. A pump fake, and he goes up with a three-point shot. He's fouled. Good job by Furkan initiating the contact. The Turkish Delight, as they call him, and Terrence Ross gets called for the foul. So Korkmaz will go to the line for 3 free throws. Furk has not really played a whole lot here in this second half of the season. And the first foul shot gets the friendly bound to hit the front of the rim and danced around and finally went into the ring of fire. Korkmaz shooting 35% from deep this season, only averaging about 3.5 points per game as his minutes have gone down. Second foul shot is good, so I guess it was just a 2-point attempt because his foot was on the line. How about this? 50 bench points for the Phoenix Suns in tonight's game. That is incredible. And when you lose Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and some of the other pieces that you had and you're still able to get this production from your bench, that just goes to show you how deep of a team they are. Springer on the attack. deflecting the ball, and Milton comes up with a steal. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Niang hands it off to Korkmaz, and Korkmaz will give it back to Shake Milton. Milton to Korkmaz for a 2. It's good. And it's now 122 to 105. Sixers still down by 17 points. And that's pretty much going to wrap things up. 24 seconds left on the game clock. 14 on the shot clock here in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer by Johnson is good again. 125 to 105. Cam Payne, that is. I'm sorry. Oh, my gosh. Payne has just been lights out and out of his mind here in the fourth quarter. Milton will hold for one more possession, and he'll give it up to Springer. Springer with the clock winding down goes up with a shot. That's no good, and that'll do it. So the Sixers lose by a final score of 125 to 105, and it was just fourth quarter takeover by Cam Payne. He was absolutely incredible in that fourth quarter as he finishes the game with 14 points, and pretty much 12 of them came in the fourth quarter. He was making all his shots. TJ Warren also had 16 points, and Terrence Ross off the bench had 15. That was the main difference in this game. Sixers lose by 20, so now they are 49-24, or 49-25 that is now on the season, and the Suns are 39-35. They are now 4 games over 500. And that will pretty much wrap things up. So, I mean, every single stat says it all, except, the biggest stat line to me that really was the main difference is that the bench for Phoenix was able to get over 50 points. And when your bench is scoring 50 points, that's a recipe for disaster if you're the opposing team. And the Sixers, they were only able to put up 105 points. They scored 22 points in this fourth quarter tonight, and last night's fourth quarter, they got less than 20 points, which is just absolutely unacceptable, and they gave up 44 points. So that's going to wrap things up here. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Again, if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you did enjoy my play-by-play commentary on tonight's game, it means the world to me. Y'all are the best. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you all on Monday night. Sixers, Nuggets, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be starting the countdown at 9:20 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.